Okay, but did you stop and say, hey, it's me?
No, it's so funny because I hadn't seen them in years. Like, they didn't recognize me. They were like, you are glowing. What's your secret? And I said, honey, I'm healing. Hi, welcome back to Honey, I'm Healing. I'm one of your co-hosts, Renee.
Hey, it's Irina.
And this week, we're going to be talking about guilty pleasures. So this topic came to me because, I don't know, I think I was listening to a song or something, and this just kind of popped into my head. And I was thinking, guilty pleasures aren't something that you actually feel guilt about, though. And I had texted Irina and was like, what's the science behind this? Because she is my go-to neuroscience expert. And she's like, I don't know. And so that's kind of what we're going to be diving into today. And I'm really excited.
Yeah. So I went and tried to find like the neurobiological explanation for guilty pleasure, and really it's not that deep.
No.
But there is a true definition of a guilty pleasure. And a guilty pleasure is something that may cause harm to yourself or someone else, but you still enjoy it. And it's not in a sadistic way, but just like any type of, like, maybe you shouldn't be doing it in excess, or it's something that is okay in moderation. Anything above that could be a guilty pleasure. But I also listened to a psychotherapist say this: if it's not hurting you and it's not hurting anyone else, it's really not a guilty pleasure. It's just a pleasure.
That's interesting, because when I looked up the definition, it was something that someone likes even if they're aware of its faults. In some cases, they may even have difficulty finding something positive to say about it. So it's something that goes against your values, but you do it anyway. And because guilt is behavior based.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, so it matches more of like the first definition.
Yeah.
That I said.
Yeah, but it's like it doesn't align with your values, yet you still do it.
Yeah. So it could hurt you mentally, spiritually, even physically, because I think a lot of mine are like hurting me physically. So
I can't think of any of mine that are, I don't know. I'm really curious. What are some of your guilty pleasures? Because
Okay.
I have to know.
Okay, so like physically, mine would be treats. Like specifically chocolate, Haagen-Dazs, raspberry, truffle ice cream. I put cheeseburgers on the list. Those were like the first thing that came to my mind.
I thought you were going to say you put cheeseburgers in your ice cream, and then I was going to be like, Irina, are you pregnant again? Like,
See, that would actually be like a real guilty pleasure, because I wouldn't want anyone to know that.
When I looked it up on Reddit, what some of these guilty pleasures were that people had, someone put barbecue chips in their ice cream, in their vanilla ice cream.
That's gross. I've dipped like French fries in my vanilla ice cream, and that's not bad. It tastes like you're eating a waffle cone.
Yeah.
With some sea salt on top.
Because they're two bland flavors.
Yeah.
A barbecue chip has a lot of seasoning. So,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Okay, what are some more of yours?
Peeling your skin after a sunburn. Like, that's not something I want to tell anybody about, but like, I really enjoy doing that.
To me, that's less disgusting than someone popping their pimples, or like popping other people's pimples.
Oh, gross. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No. Scrolling on my phone first thing in the morning and before bed. Buying books, even though I have a massive TBR list and a massive collection in my room that has not been read. Canceled plans. And JOMO, the joy of missing out. Beating Matt in like anything and everything competitively, sport, and not like my kids or anyone else, but just Matt, because I think he's literally my best friend. He's
Oh, yeah.
like my go-to person to be in any competition.
Well, how many times do you actually beat him?
Not never.
Yeah, so that's why it's fun, right? It's because it's like,
Yeah. And then oh, this one's so lame, but like buying a rotisserie chicken for dinner and putting zero effort into dinner.
rotisserie chickens are really good. Okay, there
They
is
are.
no shame in that, especially the ones from Costco. Like,
Yeah.
$5, you cannot beat that.
That's what I'm going to be doing tonight, but from Publix.
Yes, they're so good.
Yeah.
I
What are
love all of
yours?
those. So mine are basically, most of them are just music based because I have one of the most diverse music tastes that I know. If you go through my Spotify liked, it's like film scores, random like 70s, 80s like funk. It's got like I've got it all. Some metal. I really love divorced dad rock. So Nickelback,
Nickelback.
Goo Goo
Yeah.
Dolls,
Oh yeah.
anything in like late 90s, early 2000s like rock. Oh, I'm so there.
Why is that a guilty pleasure though?
Because I don't think someone would look at me and be like, she likes divorce. Like I literally have Dave Grohl right here. Like I don't know. I don't think that like my appearance and my interests align very well. And not that they have to, but it's just one of those things where it's like it doesn't make it make sense. I don't know. One of my things is getting an iced coffee literally anytime I leave my house.
Yes, like a treat.
Yep. British TV. I'm obsessed. I love British humor. I think it's so funny. I think it's so much funnier than American just because it's dry and I love the accents. And on top of that, any kind of historical drama that has to do with Vikings or British. So there. So like there's the show Vikings, like the Tudors, man, like Pride and Prejudice, anything pre 1990. Actually, no, because I even loved Downton Abbey, but I just love like that history and.
But I could have guessed that.
Oh well, that makes more sense.
But that's because I know you.
Right. Twilight. I am a Twihard. Okay.
Yeah, I thought about Twilight reading.
There
more.
is no sense in a 30-year-old woman clinging, like death gripping her love for Twilight as hard as I do. And I think it's
because
just
we were 16 when it came out.
Yeah, I think it's because I was thinking about this because I was listening to Paramore today, just their band radio, and I would do just about anything to go back to 2008 for a day and just be in 8th grade again and just feel that one more time. I would do just about anything.
I'll do 2010, but
Yeah, you know what? You're right.
2010.
You're right. I did not enjoy middle school whatsoever. So you're
Really
right.
quick, what was your favorite Twilight movie book?
Book, first one, or Midnight Sun, which is Edward's point of view of the first
Still
one.
can't finish it.
Favorite movie, Breaking Dawn Part 1.
Wow. Mine is like New Moon all the way. I loved the heartbreak and trauma. There's a possibility.
Yes.
And like the yeah, it made me want to move to Washington or Oregon.
Oh, I want to anyway. That climate screams my name.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, Go on.
Any kind of musical theater. Again, that kind of goes back to my music. I love show tunes. I know the entire soundtrack to Wicked, to Rent, all of those that came out pre.
I loved the Legally Blonde one.
Oh my god, you guys.
I don't remember
Who's
the
gonna
word.
win the prize?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I loved that one.
I loved that one too. That was a huge part of my growing up, was just loving theater, and I really wish I would have stuck with it, but alas, I did not. This is one that I wrote too. This is like my guilty pleasure. When am feeling really overwhelmed and I need to have dinner, I will go to the grocery store that is less than a mile from my house. I will buy sushi and dried mangoes and a Doc Poppy, and I will sit in my car in the parking lot and I will eat them and scroll on TikTok. And I will crank my AC to the lowest it goes, so it's like ice cold in my car. It is immaculate.
You put the mango on the sushi?
No, they're separate.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
I was like, okay, that's a real guilty pleasure. No, Renee, these are normal things. I did that today with Chipotle. You make yourself sound so normal. I wrote about peeling skin.
Okay, this last one is not normal. This one is not. Okay, learning new accents.
Like, you do that in your private time? Like, just sit. Imagine hating Renee and she's just sitting at home practicing different accents. Have you seen that trend? Imagine hating me and I'm just making like flower sculptures from my air dry clay at home in the kitchen.
Yeah, imagine hating me and I'm learning a South African accent. Like,
imagine hating me and I'm picking my herbs and just.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
that's a
hilarious.
whole session in itself.
Yeah, that's coming up. That one is.
Imagine hating me and I'm just counting all the hairs I lost that day from my head.
Imagine hating me and I'm plucking my gray chin mole hair. That's my first gray hair.
Oh,
That's aging. This is 30. I think my biggest one that I'm most ashamed of is how much I love Twilight, though, and just how I cling to anything that's white, like anything 2000s, 2010s, my prime time. I death grip that. I really do. Anything to make me feel those feelings again, I will.
Yeah.
I'm there. It's like that sound bite on TikTok that's like, I can't tell if I'm manic or if I'm healing. Ah, well, ride it out. That's kind of what it is for me. Is it healthy? I don't know, but I enjoy it and it's not hurting anybody, so.
yeah, I don't think yours are hurting you or anybody.
No,
Like,
I don't think so either.
I chose ones that I'm like, okay, maybe we need to chill a little bit.
So when I went on Reddit, which you know what you're getting into when you go on Reddit, you're gonna get some really gross things. But these were some of the ones on Reddit that I found. Nose picking.
Yeah.
I pick my nose. I'll admit it. I do.
You have to clean it out.
I know. Daydreaming.
That's a beautiful one.
I know. Show tunes. Ice cream with the barbecue chips. We already talked about that one. 70s or 80s disco funk. Pimple popping. Sometimes I want to be the little spoon.
I always want to be the little spoon.
I
Oh, wait,
alternate.
is that code for something?
No, I don't think so, but I
Oh.
think it was coming from the man in the relationship being like,
okay.
yeah, because I think that little spoon is typically the female,
Yeah.
but Kelly Clarkson was one. She is not a guilty pleasure. She is just a pleasure.
She is.
And then when you go to the doctor and the stethoscope is really cold, people like that apparently.
But like, they don't really lift your shirt up these days anymore.
No.
So you can't even feel it.
Another one that people do is they make fake arguments up in their head and they play them out and then they always win them. I 100% do that.
I do that.
And I'll just be sitting there by myself in my room, like,
Or like you pre-practice like an old conversation you had, but what you really would have said.
and you win. Yep. Oh, man.
Or like you drop a truth bomb on them. Yeah.
Show me you have
totally.
unhealed trauma without tell me you have unhealed trauma without telling me. Nickelback was one of them. And then dancing when you're home alone. That's not a guilty pleasure.
Oh,
that's just normal.
No, that is signs of a good, happy mental health.
Yeah, I think that's just being playful and being authentic to yourself. And we're all a little bit weird.
We are. And we honor that and embrace that on this show.
100%. I think that what makes me the most weird is what makes me the most fun.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
As someone who knows all your weirdness.
Oh, girl, you have not even scratched the surface.
Well, this was short and sweet. We made this short and sweet so that you guys can also listen to our most recent book review.
We read Remarkably Bright Creatures. It was in Irina's pick. We had so much fun reviewing this book. So go to our YouTube channel, watch it, like it, love it, read it,
Subscribe.
all those things. And we will see you next week.